Hello friends and welcome to StudyIQ. I am Joycey Joy and today in this lecture we will discuss about Israel-Pakistan diplomatic relations. Let us first come to the current affair. Let us see what is in the news. There is a widespread speculation about an establishment of a diplomatic relationship between Israel and Pakistan. So this is the current affair. So in this context, let us analyze what can be the possible benefits to Pakistan by establishing a diplomatic relation or a strategic relationship with Israel. Also, we need to understand what could be the interest of Israel in establishing a diplomatic relationship with Pakistan. So, for both countries, there should be certain interest and also certain gains by establishing a strategic relationship or a diplomatic relationship. Also, in this context, we need to analyze the present status of relationship between both these countries. All these are important for your UPSC GS paper 2. Now, apart from your UPSC perspective, this is a very important topic regarding your general awareness for any other examination. So, from the examination perspective, we will try to cover all the areas that are important regarding a diplomatic relationship between Israel and Pakistan. So, let us start. Let us first come to Pakistan. Let us see what are the rationale or what are the gains for Pakistan by establishing a diplomatic relationship with Israel. Now, in general, if we analyze the relationship of Pakistan with other countries, the bilateral relationship, we will see that Pakistan is not very good in establishing and maintaining bilateral relationship with other countries. An exception to this is China. Pakistan has got better relations or a strategic relationship with China. Apart from China, there are no much important countries to Pakistan, or there are no countries of which there is undue importance or a better strategic relationship for Pakistan. So from that perspective, we need to understand. Now, first of all, a better relation with Israel for Pakistan is also an indication that Pakistan wants to establish a better relationship with US. This is because of the present or the status of US-Israel relationship. So it is believed that a normal relation with Israel, especially a diplomatic partnership with Israel, will improve Pakistan's standing in the US. So indirectly, Pakistan wants to establish a better relation with US. And US could be of potential help to Pakistan to raise the issues of Pakistan at an international platform. So Pakistan indirectly wants to establish a better relationship with United States through Israel because of the existing relationship between Israel and United States. Now, secondly, this will also help Pakistan to deal with India's influence in US. So, India has got a strategic partnership with US and a better diplomatic relation with US apart from the WTO issues. Otherwise, India and US are in good relationship. So, the relationship between Israel and Pakistan would help Pakistan to deal with India's influence in the US and also disrupt India's partnership with the influential Jewish community in the United States. So indirectly, Pakistan is also aiming at United States and a better relationship with US. Now, third reason is that Pakistan also believes that the present strategic and diplomatic relationship between India and Israel has brought many advantages for India. So, Pakistan wants to establish ties with Israel, and it is driven by the fact that special relationship between Israel and India has brought many advantages to India. So, Pakistan also wants to take these advantages to Pakistan also. Now, the fourth factor is the Middle East. Many important key changes are taking place in the Middle East these days. For example, there is a growing engagement between Israel and some of the Sunni states like the Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, etc. Now, these Middle East countries like the Saudi Arabia, UAE, etc. are some of the closest partners of Pakistan. So, the changes that are taking place in Middle East, especially the relationship or the growing engagement between Israel and these Muslim countries are also a factor that Pakistan is interested in establishing a better relation or a diplomatic relation with Israel. And at present, Egypt, Turkey, Jordan are some of the countries or Arab and Muslim countries that has got a better diplomatic relation with Israel. And another factor is that Pakistan also wants to revamp its foreign policy. Now, by revamping its foreign policy, Pakistan wants to take issues in Pakistan or Pakistan's issue with other countries, especially India, to international platforms. So, it really wants to improve and revamp its foreign policy. Now let us come to the foreign policy of Pakistan in detail. Why Pakistan wants to rethink about the present foreign policy of Pakistan. So as I said in the beginning, Pakistan is one country that maintains isolation with most of the countries. It is not into a bilateral or a diplomatic relation with most of the countries. So now Pakistan wants to change its foreign policy. It wants to rethink on its foreign policy. Now, what are the factors? First one, Pakistan had failed to mobilize international support against India's policies regarding Jammu and Kashmir. Recently, the Indian Parliament had repealed Article 370, which gave a special status to Jammu and Kashmir. So, Pakistan wanted to raise this issue at many international platforms, but Pakistan was not able to mobilize international support, especially support from US. And Pakistan was also expecting to bring this matter in the G7 summit, but this did not happen because of lack of international support for Pakistan. So, with the present issues between Pakistan and India, Pakistan really wants to internationalize the Kashmir issue. That is, to bring the issue of Kashmir, the repeal of Article 370 in the international platforms. So, first reason is that Pakistan in this regard was unable to mobilize international support. So, this is the primary reason. Now, second reason is that Pakistan also believes that there is an international tilt in favor of India. This means that most of the countries, especially the developed countries, are in favor of India when it comes to international issues or issues between the countries, especially issues between India and Pakistan. The only exception is China. China is the only country that supports Pakistan in all its proposals or in all its issues. But except China, if we consider other developed countries, economies, especially the United States, when it comes to bilateral issues, US is always in support of India. So, Pakistan is very keen to correct the emerging international tilt that is favorable for India. So, by establishing better bilateral relations or better diplomatic relations with other countries, Pakistan believes that they will be able to get an international support to deal with their issues at international platforms. Now, the third reason is that Pakistan's foreign policy rethink is also complemented because of the economic reforms that were mandated by IMF. IMF is International Monetary Fund and it is a multilateral institution that works for the development of countries. So, Pakistan had recently approached IMF repeatedly for getting some loans, but IMF did not grant the loans to Pakistan. First reason was the FATF, that is, the Pakistan was into the grey list of FATF and that is why IMF was not interested. Secondly, Pakistan was also not completely an open economy. It did not allow other economies to participate in their economic activities. So, IMF had mandated certain economic reforms to be adopted by Pakistan. If you remember, in the year 1991, when India adopted the new economic policy, when we decided to open up our economy through LPG policy, liberalization, privatization and globalization, this was mandated by World Bank and IMF. So, now IMF has mandated certain economic reforms for Pakistan also, and these economic reforms can only be undertaken if there is a better bilateral relation between other countries for Pakistan. So, this is the third factor. Now, the fourth factor is that Pakistan is currently alienated from the traditional allies in the West and the Muslim world. So, there is a current alienation or an isolation for Pakistan. It does not involve much with other countries or engage with other countries. So, the bilateral relationship of Pakistan is also an issue. So, the present move of Pakistan in order to establish a diplomatic relation with Israel can be seen from this angle also. So, Pakistan is putting efforts in order to end the steady deterioration in bilateral relations with other countries in the West and also the Muslim world, especially the United States. Now let us come to Israel's priorities. Let us see what are the gains for Israel and what are the priorities for Israel by setting up a bilateral relationship or a diplomatic relationship with Pakistan. So the first interest of Israel is in Bangladesh. Israel hopes that Pakistan will be helpful for Israel, or a better diplomatic relationship with Pakistan will be helpful for Israel in order to get closer with Bangladesh. So with this, Bangladesh would find it easier to overcome its own Islamist resistance to relationship with Israel. Now secondly, by establishing a better diplomatic relationship with Pakistan, Israel is also hoping to have a normal relationship with the South Asian Muslims. So the South Asian Muslims itself constitute around 40% of world's Islamic population. So they want to establish a better relationship with South Asian Muslims in general, and this will be a great diplomatic victory for Israel. Now thirdly, to end the isolation with the Muslims or in general with the Islamic world is also a major priority for Israel. So these are all some of the considerations for Israel, and these are the priorities of Israel in order to establish a better relationship with Pakistan. So the interest of Israel is to establish a better relationship with the Muslim world by establishing a better relationship with Pakistan. Now from a UPSC perspective, what would be more important is that what could be the possible impact on India, or what impact will this diplomatic relationship between Israel and Pakistan will make on India. So this will include Pakistan will get better international support for their issues. Also, Pakistan's present isolation with other countries will also end. So all these are the important issues for India. Now, China is the only country which wholeheartedly supports Pakistan in all its issues. So by expanding the diplomatic relations, Pakistan will be able to gain better support from other countries as well. So this will have possible impact on India's relationship with other countries and also India's support or the support for India at international forums. So these are all some of the possible impacts on India. So keeping this in mind, we need to understand and analyze the impact on India, and in general what can be the impact on the world polity or in the geopolitical relationships. This is because the balance of power can change. So new allies can be formed, new associations can be formed. All these can be possible impacts on world geopolitics. So these are all some of the topics that can be potentially asked in your UPSC examination, especially in your mains examination in your GS paper 2. You can find the PDF of this lecture on our website www.studyiq.com. You can also follow my Facebook page for more video updates. You can write to me at joycey.studyiq@gmail.com for any of your queries and clarification. Thank you.